In this video, I'll show you the top 10 things to do in Los Angeles. Known as the City of Angels, Los Angeles is the second largest city in the United States and packed with things to do and see. So I'll help you know how to make the most of your trip to this famous place. And of course, don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button for more travel content. Number 1. Starting us off is Venice Beach and Boardwalk. When you say the words holiday or vacation, one of the first pictures that usually comes to your mind is the beach. And Los Angeles is home to one of the busiest and most popular beaches in the world. With over 10 million visitors every year, it is no wonder that it's one of the region's most popular tourist attractions, with children's play areas, a world-renowned skate park, as well as a fishing pier, and not to mention the beautiful golden sand spread across this beach. But something else you have to do whilst at Venice Beach is stroll along the amazing Venice Beach Boardwalk. This 2-mile-long attraction hosts hundreds of street vendors and performers, along with numerous privately owned restaurants and food venues. There's something for everyone, with various sports tournaments going on, the world famous Venice Beach Gym, and many other forms of entertainment and special events. Number 2. The Hollywood Walk of Fame. Located on Hollywood and Vine Boulevards, the Hollywood Walk of Fame is arguably the world's most famous sidewalk, with over 2,700 stars honouring celebrities from across the globe. Spend time browsing through the different stars and spotting people of interest to you, like I did with my biggest inspiration growing up, Michael Jackson. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is also close to several other exciting attractions like the TCL Chinese Theatre and the El Capitan Theatre, where right next door to that, you can also attend free live tapings for popular shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live. Another thing to mention is that it's a short walk to one of my favourite places to eat in LA, In-N-Out Burger. Next up is Griffith Observatory. With some of the best views of downtown LA, Hollywood South and the LA Basin, Griffith Observatory is an iconic Los Angeles landmark that has been free to visit since it opened in 1935. Inside the Art Deco design building, you can easily spend a couple hours exploring the universe through the impressive space and science-related exhibits, but one thing you must check out is the Zeiss telescope. This 12-inch telescope on the rooftop dome is one of the most looked-through telescopes in the world and is especially popular to look through after sunset. You can get to the observatory by car or through the Dash Observatory shuttle service, or even by hiking through the incredible plains of Griffith Park, which itself is a true highlight of LA and one of the largest municipal parks with urban wilderness areas in the United States. Number 4 is downtown LA. Perhaps one of the most important areas in the city, downtown LA, or DTLA for short, has so much to do that you could spend days exploring here. It's where I stayed during my trip and where you'll find neighbourhoods of interest like the Art District, Chinatown and Little Tokyo. There are so many famous attractions that you can check out, like the Broad, a contemporary art museum on Grand Avenue with a plethora of exciting exhibitions and immersive experiences. Then there's LA Live, where you'll find what was formerly the Staples Center and now the Crypto.com Arena. And DTLA also has Angel's Flight, a legendary funicular that takes you on a ride along the world's shortest railway between Hill Street and Grand Avenue, at the cost of just $1 each way. A few meters from Angel's Flight and deserving of its own spot is Grand Central Market. A downtown landmark since 1917, Grand Central Market is the largest and oldest market in Los Angeles and is an emporium bringing together the cultures and cuisines of this buzzing city. With over 40 stalls serving fresh food and drink, it's a no-brainer to visit this place, which is described as a microcosm of the historic immigrant communities that have shaped Los Angeles and a mosaic of the creativity and vision of the people who call this city home. For more LA food spots, check out my LA food tour that I've linked at the top and in the description below. Number 6. Universal Studios. Both an active film studio and theme park, a visit to Universal Studios is bound to be an action-packed day with so many things to do and see, like experiencing the immersive Jurassic World ride, shopping and eating along the Universal City Walk, or of course going behind the scenes of some of your favourite movies on the world-famous studio tour. With prices starting at $109 for a day pass, it is the most expensive thing to do on this list, but with so many experiences on offer, many would say it's still great value for money, and it is suitable for all ages. Next is the Getty Center, a museum with something for everyone, boasting artwork from luminaries such as Van Gogh and Monet, stunning modern design of its 6 buildings, as well as beautifully kept gardens. But what makes this one of my favourite places to visit while in Los Angeles are the spectacular views of the city, and the fact that this museum is completely free to visit, as is the Getty Villa, which itself is another amazing place to check out while in LA, full of tranquil gardens and ancient Greek and Roman art to admire. Despite the name though, it's not that close by to the Getty Center unless you drive or take a taxi, but somewhere slightly closer is next up on the list. Number 8 is Santa Monica Pier. Easily noticeable by its iconic Ferris wheel, which is the only solar powered one in the world by the way, and of course the famous end of Route 66 sign. Santa Monica Pier is a favourite among locals and travellers alike, with a plethora of restaurants to dine at, and Pacific Park, which was named by Yahoo Travel as California's best amusement park. It's located right on a beautiful Santa Monica beach, which itself is a must visit in Los Angeles, and as you can imagine is a place that attracts big crowds all year long. By the way, make sure you stick to the end for a bonus attraction that also draws big crowds. Next up is Beverly Hills, and in particular Rodeo Drive. This 2-mile long street is one of the most famous streets in the world and is a shopping district known for its ultra high-end designer and boutique shops and palm trees galore. Even if like me you don't want to go on an expensive shopping spree, it's still an aesthetically pleasing place to walk down and to window shop if that's your thing, or there are nice restaurants nearby that you can check out like the Cheesecake Factory or Mr. Chow. But moving on, one of the biggest signs that you are in Los Angeles is, well, the Hollywood sign. Originally created in 1923 simply as an advertisement for a local real estate development, the Hollywood sign, initially called Hollywoodland, has fast become an American landmark and cultural icon overlooking Hollywood. It is situated on Mount Lee of the Santa Monica Mountains and is viewable from all over the city. Whether you decide to view from Griffith Observatory, hike up from Griffith Park, or somewhere else like Hollywood and Highland, it's a beautiful sight to see and a universal metaphor for ambition, success and glamour. Viewing the Hollywood sign whilst in LA is definitely a must do, but please don't try to climb it, because it is very dangerous and also illegal, plus pretty impossible. Don't do it. Anyway, now for the bonus attraction, the Dodgers Stadium. Americans are crazy about their Major League Baseball, and in the City of Angels, the LA Dodgers are the local team with a cult-like following. Whether you prefer to go on a stadium tour or attend an actual game, the Dodger Stadium is a magnificent sight to see, and being there can really help you get a feel for the LA culture. My brother and I went to a game on Dollar Dodger Dog Day, quite the tongue twister, and tickets cost us just $11 each. But they have other exciting days like Taco Tuesdays and numerous events going on all the time at the stadium. And that's the top 10 things to do in the famous city of Los Angeles. Drop a comment below if you found this video useful, or if there's anywhere else you think deserves a mention, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more travel content.